everybody doing? I'm Sean. I'm a tattoo artist. It's what I do for my living. I'm not licensed, so don't tell anybody that I do tattoos for a living. Who here has a tattoo? Who here has no tattoos, period? Never seen a tattoo gun before in your life? You know how okay, who knows how a tattoo gun actually works? Okay. All right. Well, there's two types of tattoo guns. There's rotary guns and there's coil guns. Coil guns come in 8 or 10 coils. The difference between these two guns, this is an 8, this is a 10. Now the only reason I know that is because I know these guns. In here, in these coils right here, are magnets. Tattoo guns are all about magnets. Coils. You know, I put the power into right here in this area. It powers this to become a magnet. This comes down, touches this, it immediately grounds itself out, comes back. 30 to 150 times a minute. So depending on the voltage that I get through here, which is called a power supply, which this one sucks, I don't know I bought it, but I take this, put it in here. This is all sanitary, so I don't glove up until after. And my light comes on. Now I have voltage right here. I control voltage. I control the magnetic magnets. You know what I mean? So when I press the stool down, it activates the magnet with the power. So you hear that? That's the magnet coming back and forth as many times as possible. Now, the most important part about tattoos is very important. You got to stay sterile. I got to wear gloves even if I'm not tattooing anybody, just because there's two reasons why, really. One reason is I don't want your blood on me. It's nasty. And two, bloodborne diseases come through tattoos, through ink, because I'm going to the second layer of your skin. There's 2 layers to your skin. You have your actual epidermis, and the second layer, which I can't pronounce. I've really tried. I put it in like Google speech, but I got it written down. I can show you. We take tubes. We have needles. Now the tattoo needles are not just like one needle like any other needle. It's a combination. If I'm gonna just do a line on you, I'm gonna have 3 round to a 7 round. That's 7 needles in a circle. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it, but right here, this is a 7 round. It's a big. It's a needle. That's seven different needles, and you would do this for your basic lines. Now, if I'm gonna shade you, I'm gonna set up the Mac Daddies, and I call them the Mac Daddies because they're 15. There's 2 rows of 7, so there's 14. But they call them 15 magnums. There's actually one extra one in there. I don't know how it fits in, but it's a complete row. These are, if you want to fill in like a big piece, you know, say you're getting your whole back done, you know, these will save you a lot of time. The problem with these is they're very big and they're thick. They hurt, you know. So the way we make tattoos happen is I connect this to a tube. Now the tube has to be sterile as well. The tube has to be sterile as well. The reason why is because if I reuse this tube and you have hepatitis, and not that you do, but you have hepatitis and you have AIDS.
Okay.
Now I can switch it up. If I can give you both your, you know, each other's diseases. So I buy them by the box. You can buy them pretty much anywhere. I get mine from this guy called Doc Holliday, and if I get this open as well, that's the worst part. It really is. Tattoos hurt, you know. It's gonna hurt, you know, and I tell everybody that it's gonna hurt. I'm actually tattooing my sister later and doing her very first tattoo, and she doesn't believe me that it's really as bad as I tell her it is, and it's not. But I'm trying to scare her, you know, because I don't want her to, you know, be tough or anything like that. You know, I'm trying to pump her out a little bit. Now the reason why I have to wear gloves is this: is if I poke myself with this needle, I can't use it anymore. And the way that I get rid of needles, I get a biohazard bucket, and you get one at an Eddie Firehouse, and you can dispose of them there too. What happens? I put the tube through the gun, needle through the tube, needle onto that magnet that goes back and forth, tighten up the tube and the power source, needle's coming out just a bit, I'm ready to go. Now I can turn down this volume. Now the reason why it goes 30 to 150 times a minute is because I can slow it down. Oh, it came off because I didn't have a rubber band on it. See, I messed up, but it's okay. I know what I'm doing. You got to put a rubber band on it because it holds down the needle. Now, it doesn't really matter how tight it is, just as long as it's on there. Now, as much as I turn this up, the faster the magnet's going to go. So the better my lines are, the faster I can go. The more you jump and move, the more I have to turn it down. When I turn it down, it still hurts, but it's going to take me 3 hours instead of an hour and a half. You know, I did my first tattoo. I'll tell you, I was kind of a troublemaker as a kid, and they take you away when you just cause trouble, you know. And I got this thick pen. It was a pen like this, and I took it on concrete and shaved the ball out of it. I took a sewing needle, I put it up through here. This is not sterile at all, by the way. Don't do this. But there's a jailhouse way to tattoo. It's called pick and poke. What you do is you get some soot and some like baby oil, mix it together. Take that needle, you dip it in, and you put it in somebody's arm. That does this, but you're the magnet. You know what I mean? So pick and poke, I would not suggest. I got my first tattoo by pick and poke. It took 16 hours and it's covered up now. It's a horrible tattoo that like fell off in the shower. I got in trouble for it. I had to go to solitary. I got a bad tattoo. It was a tough time in my life, and but I got into it. You know, I lied to the guy who I did the first tattoo. I'm like, I do this all the time, bro. It's cool, you know. And I messed him up bad, you know, because I didn't know what I was doing. Now, when it comes to colors, I don't recommend them because colors and ink, the way that it works is when they tell you not to go out into the sun after you get tattooed, that's for you people who get color because the color will fade. Mine, like I've always gone out in the sun. I can go out to the beach tomorrow, no problem. Mine's not gonna fade. It's only gonna get grayer, you know. So I don't recommend using colors. I do have colors, you know what I mean, but I don't like putting them in people because they do fade, and it's a rough situation when tattoos start to fade, and they want to blame me, but it's not my fault, you know. I warn them. But I've been doing tattoos for a pretty long time now, and I've done some funny ones, you know, and I've done some funny ones myself and other people. I got the inside of my mouth done while I was getting this sleeve because I was pretty drunk, and I was in a house getting a house tattoo by my friend who had also learned how to tattoo the same way I did, and he had these guns, not these ones, but guns like these, and he was doing my arm, and I'm drinking, and he was like, "Stop doing that, bro," and I'm drinking still. Touched me on the nipple with the tattoo needle. I get mad, you know. Don't do that, bro. He gets me blacked out, wasted. I wake up with a tattoo on the inside of my mouth. It's a big A. It's a big like anarchy A, and that's like was his like calling sign. He's like, I got you blacked out, wasted. You asked for it. So I woke up with that. I still have that same tattoo. It doesn't go away. My last piece of advice to you is if you're gonna get a tattoo, number one, trust your artist. I can't draw. Like you have to Google image and bring me something. I trace it, I stencil it on your body, and I can trace. That's my job. I can trace. I'm not Picasso because I can run a tattoo gun. So trust your artist and make sure that you know it's not like a $20 hood tattoo because it's gonna show. You know, I always love to tell my clients, man, good tattoos aren't cheap and cheap tattoos aren't good. You know, and that's just facts of the matter.